Hello, everyone. Namaste. Blessings to you. Today, I want to talk to you about forgiveness. Forgiveness is something that is not really seen as important and almost weak. Something you do at the end, and you don't do it for yourself, you do it for others. That's usually the way that people see forgiveness. That you forgive others so that they can feel better, not so that you can feel better. But that is so far from the truth. Every time you get upset with someone or sad about something and you don't let it go, or you don't give it up, or you don't forgive it, you're carrying that baggage with you. And I've met people that are carrying baggage from 20, 30 years ago. They're still comparing their now moment with what happened 30, 20 years ago and bringing those energies back up to this moment like that's going to make this moment better or improve somehow. In reality, all that's doing is making your moment repeat itself with the same energies from your past, from your traumas. And these traumas are what some people even call karma. Karma is just cycles of energies that we have not let go of, that keep coming back, manifesting in our life to show us that we're still holding on to certain things that are not harmonious to the way, to the Tao, to what is, to the God force, to the harmony of life. Whenever we feel tight and upset and angry, it's because we're not seeing the world through the eyes of Source. We're seeing it through the eyes of an individual that is separate, that is disconnected from the world. And this only brings pain and anger and more disconnection until we become so low on ourselves that we have no other choice but to just let it all go. And that's when we realize that everything that we're seeking is already here. That happiness is not something we are going to find in a relationship or in a circumstance going right. That I can be happy right now by bringing forth happy energies, thinking about times where I felt happy or envisioning moments of happiness. This will manifest the energy of happiness within me, which is really my normal way of being, your normal way of being. It takes something to get upset. It doesn't take anything to be happy. We're constantly feeding ourselves reasons to be upset, and we jump from one thing to the next, and we feel so justified because it just makes sense in our head, the story we're telling ourselves on how the world is the problem and we're not. I'm inviting you guys to stop doing this because from my own experience, the more I did that, the more my list grew of all the things that people in my life had to fix in order for me to accept them, for me to love them. Now that I'm taking ownership, extreme ownership of everything, every relationship in my life, and I'm taking the time every day to sit and write things that I'm grateful for everybody that means something to me, and I'm really visualizing it and rewriting it and rereading it and adding to it every day. It's changing the way I see the world. It's changing the way I handle people when they upset me. Because instead of all the thoughts of all the ways they upsetted me in the past come up, instead of those things coming up, now all my affirmations of how I appreciate them are coming up. And this is allowing me space to understand that they're just going through something. That we all go through stuff. That there's nothing out there that we don't all have to experience, that we're all a lot more alike than we think. So I'm inviting you, if you're watching this and you're resonating with what I'm saying, to really be conscious of your thoughts. Start watching, start observing your thinking, and keep tabs of things that trigger you, and write them in a way where you appreciate them. For example, I get triggered by my wife. We all do, right? All husbands get triggered by their wives. All wives get triggered by their husbands. Nothing special there. But lately, whenever I get triggered, I'll write something positive about the situation. One example is, I'm grateful that I get triggered because it brings up things that I have not dealt with. If I didn't get triggered, I wouldn't have an arena to grow. So getting triggered is actually beneficial if you know how to use it. When you become an alchemist, you learn how to use the setbacks and make them comebacks. And it's not a superpower, it's something we can all do. It requires a lot of discipline. You have to be peaceful, and you have to stay patient, and you can't get triggered as quickly as you used to be able to. You have to find ways to not suppress the trigger, but when the trigger comes up, not resist it. Allow it to happen, but also understand that being triggered is not always bad. Sometimes being triggered is good. You need to be triggered so that you can tell people how you feel. And likewise, people need to get triggered by you to tell you how you feel. So it's more about a balance. It's not about getting rid of stuff. Anyway, much love to you guys. I hope that helped. If it resonated, let me know. Comment if you have any questions, or share it out if you know someone that really can benefit from this. And much love to you all. Till next time. Peace.